What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today we are going to be heading all the way to my friend's as he is going to be putting his ranchu in his outdoor pond. So make sure you stay tuned to find out more. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. As always, check out those links in the description. Make sure to check out Star Fisheries if you're from the UK. They sell goldfish all over the UK, and also make sure to check out the website and cop yourself a t-shirt. Today, as I said, we're going to be heading over to my friend Matt, who had originally some of my old ranchu stock. For the OG subscribers, you may remember them. So we're going to be heading all the way to his house. He's currently got his fish in an indoor system, and now the weather has finally warmed up enough, he is going to take them all outside into his outdoor pond. So I'm going to get all that footage for you. I'm going to put it on the screen. We're going to show you how to transfer those fish from his indoor facility, indoor tank, to his outdoor pond, and then we can get some underwater shots and show you what the fish are looking like. Also, it'll be a really good update because he did have a previous video on this channel. I think it was probably around 3 to 4 months back. I'll put a link just up there or just up there for you so you can check back to see how those fish have grown, changed and developed along the way, which is nice to go back to fish that we've already seen previously to see how they've changed and developed and really how they come on and grow over time. Especially when you're selecting younger fish, this is really important, which will lead me on to the next video we do, which is about selecting quality Ryukins and how to choose them. So without further ado, I'm going to get the footage on the screen now and show you guys how he transferred them to his new pond. So just to recap for those of you who haven't seen the previous videos we've done on Matt's system, here is his indoor DIY, as you can see, system. It is actually on 2 metal filing cabinets. So the system consists of a large fiberglass trough, which I believe holds around 350 litres of water. In the previous episodes, we would have seen his inbuilt sump filtration on the right hand side of the tank, but since that video, he's decided to change the filtration up and build his own DIY shower style filter. This gives the fish a little bit more room in the tank to move about, and it also is far easier for him to clean, and also doesn't lead to a large amount of detritus which was building up within the bottom of the sump filter and made it quite difficult to clean. That also led to an increase in nitrates, which meant that the tank was getting quite dirty very quickly. So he decided to go for this new method, which is the Baki shower or shower style filter, which sits on the top of the tank on the right hand side, as you can see here. So the tank is actually constructed from black fiberglass, and it holds all of his ranchu over the winter. There is a Skigo titanium heater, which is also connected to a thermostat on the tank. And here we've just opened up the lid to see inside the Baki shower. Now, although the shower filter isn't finished, it is doing a much better job. As you can see, there is plenty of filter fleece to capture all the fine dirt throughout the water. And then underneath that, there was lots of biomedia as well to make sure the ammonia and nitrite is kept under control in the system. As you can see, there are quite a few large ranchu in here. I believe there are around 8 or 9 fish in total. 2 of those ranchu you'll recognise as my old calicos, which are the 2 calicos in view now, which have done really well. They've held their bodies really nicely and they've grown quite well as well, which is great to see. There's also the top view ranchu as well, which we are just putting into buckets here, ready to transfer into their summer home. These are Japanese top view ranchu, the same ones that I have in my pond at home from the same breeder, and you can really see the size of these ones. They were all around that 5-inch mark. The small one just in shot now is actually Medium Tim, previously called Tiny Tim, but he is one of Matt's offspring that he produced last year. Here is one of the calico ranchus that he had off me from my old stock, which is doing really well and looks really healthy, which is great. Now we are just bowling these up or putting them into buckets, so to say, which we are going to transport them the short 5-minute journey to their summer home. Here is another new edition of the tank which we haven't seen before, and that was actually collected by Matt when I collected my fish from the breeder when I originally got my first top view ranchu. Another one of the stunning Chinese calicos he's got that has done really well over winter, and now hopefully will do even better in the outdoor pond with the natural sunlight that is going to be on the pond throughout the day, and also the natural environment for it. More of the Top View Ranchu are going into the buckets, which have really done well over winter, and they are looking absolutely great. Their bodies have really come on, and hopefully in that summer pond with that extra swimming space, natural food and more regular feedings will further increase and look better as the year goes by. And then I'm sure we will do a catch up in the winter time where we will see how they've transformed and changed over the year. Here is Medium Tim, as we saw early on, and that is the sole survivor of the spawning from last year, and hopefully Medium Tim will get lots of growth on him as he spends his time in the summer pond throughout this year. Finally, I think this is the last fish, which was originally a black Ranchu, but as you can see, it's going orange or a patchy in colour, and that is due to just the weaker quality of fish. Finally, we've got Gandalf, who is the large mystery snail that is going to be going into the pond as well, which has put on quite a lot of size since I last saw him. Here's a quick little overview of the fish we have in question. I believe there's 9 fish in total, and they are looking really healthy. Currently, they are at 20 degrees, which is why they weren't introduced to the pond sooner in the year. As you may think, it is a little bit late to be introducing fish into an outdoor pond, but just because we wanted to make sure they were kept at a good temperature and not too cold before they went outside, that was the reason. As you can see, here is the pond that we've previously videoed with a large backy shower over the top of it. Normally the top chamber has some filter fleece in it, but we did remove this just for cleaning prior to the fish's entry. Then it is filled up with lots of alf grog, I believe about 10 to 15 kilos, which will be absolutely ample for the amount of fish going in here. This pond is around 650 litres, I believe. It is quite deep, it is quite deceptive, the depth of it. And here you can see the fish in the natural sunlight looking absolutely amazing. Really the colours popping, and I can't wait to put them in the pond. They looked absolutely great from over winter, and the bodies were really nice on them. Matt had definitely put a lot of weight on them since we last videoed them. So all we did to acclimate them was float the buckets in the water for around 15 minutes, and now we have stabilised the temperature so we can add them to the main system. And here we can see they are flowing down into the water column, down to the bottom of the pond, and you can really see the perspective of the size of this pond as these fish enter the water, and you can really see the huge amount of room they have now for the summer. With only 9 fish in around 650 litres, they have plenty of space to roam around in, loads of natural algae to graze on, and lots of plants as well, which will provide cover and grow as the summer goes on. Hopefully in the natural daylight, the colours will strengthen and improve as the year goes by. That natural vitamin D and natural sunlight rays will help keep those colours nice and strong, and hopefully the blacks will also deepen as well. Here you can see Gandalf the mystery snail, who is on the bottom, hopefully adjusting to his new home. Plenty of algae for him to eat, and loads of bits of leftover food as well, so I'm sure he'll put on plenty of size throughout the year. The fish settled in really well and were actively feeding by the evening, which was great to see. They have plenty of natural hair algae to graze on, as you can see, which litters the bottom and sides of the tank, so I'm sure they are going to put loads of weight on as well. There's plenty of natural live foods like insect larvae, bloodworms, etc. in the pond, which comes in a more natural system with the natural plants as well for them to forage through. Hopefully we will do a recap on these fish at the end of the year, because they're looking absolutely great, and it is really nice to see how my calicos especially are doing after Matt has had them for around 6 months now, I believe. I hope you can enjoy seeing the underwater contrast between the Chinese line Ranchu and also the Japanese Top View Ranchu, seeing how their bodies differ, how they are slightly different in shape, coloration and size, and also how the wen shape differs as well between the two fish, which is quite interesting to see, as they are the same variety of fish but from completely different countries and bloodlines. So I hope you really enjoyed that episode. Thought it was quite interesting to see the indoor setup and the outdoor setup and how different they were. Also, very soon, within the next week, maybe 2 weeks, I have an absolutely awesome episode coming out. It's going to be a really long episode, probably around 40 minutes. the biggest episode I've done so far and probably the most hard work I've put into an episode so far. I'm really excited to show it to you guys, and I've been editing it for absolutely ages now, and I cannot wait to show you, but it is finally nearly ready to be published. It's not a generic goldfish video, it is something completely different, but I'm really sure you guys are all going to enjoy it. So if you want to see that, subscribe, please like the video and leave a comment down below if you've got any questions. As always, thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.